Hello Daily Drafters, and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft and the continuation of the Outlaws of Thunder Junction format here on the channel. Many of you have been watching many of the videos and know that this is not at all my format, but you know what? I am a degenerate when it comes to drafting Magic the Gathering, and here I am back at it again for more, because what more could you want than to be able to draft and open a pack one, pick one of Magic? I mean, there's really not much better in this world, is there? So let's dive into today. You know what? I'm going to take Marchesa here. 3 mana, 3/4. Whenever you commit a crime, you can pay 1, look at the top 2 cards, put one of your hand, the other into the graveyard. There's a lot of good cards in this pack. Consuming Ashes, Outlaw Stitcher, Hypothesizzle, Thunder Salvo. I think Marchesa is a very good card. I have been very hesitant to take multicolor cards early in this format, and I think there are so many bombs that if we're able to fit this card into our deck, it's a bomb. I mean, if you can build around this, especially taking it pack one, pick one, it's going to go a long way for you here. So I'm going to take Marchesa. Now we've got some good options here, and by good options, I mean Shoot the Sheriff and Vial Smasher. I haven't really drafted black-red Outlaws a ton, but I think Vial Smasher is a pretty good reason to do it, and maybe we can just splash Marchesa in red-black. I do think Shoot the Sheriff is a playable card. I don't think it's like great necessarily. I don't know if I'd call this premium removal, considering a lot of the creatures you want to kill are outlaws in this set. But I'm going to go ahead and take Vial Smasher here and see if red-black can just be open for us. Ooh. Obeka. There's still 4 rares in this pack. What is this one? 4 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you draw 3, gain 6, create 3 2/1s. Beginning of your end step, you discard a card, lose 2, sack a creature. And when it leaves the battlefield, you discard 3, lose 6, and sack 3. That's horrible. What a pack. All of these rares are actually pretty bad. Man, I would love for there to be like a black-blue or a red-blue desert land here. That would be insane. I don't think this is really a limited card. And it's not really worth splashing. I don't even know if this has any synergies in the format. I don't like Boneyard Desecrator, though. I would just kill for a desert land here. But I'm just going to go ahead and take Obeka. I don't think there's really a way to build around it in limited, but we'll see. Ah, gosh. I do want the Jagged Barrens. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. That's pretty interesting, but there's a Hellspur Brute here. And if we've already got Vial Smasher, if this were... Oh, there's also a Prickly Pear, which would be very, very good in this deck. But there's a chance we could just go straight red-black Outlaws here with Vial Smasher and Hellspur Brute. And that is a pretty potent deck, I think. I think Highway Robbery is actually a decent playable in the format. I also don't mind Heartless Pillage, to be honest. 3 mana, they discard 2. If you attack this turn, you create a treasure. There's no desert to help us splash either of these cards here. I'm not a huge fan of Buzzard. Quick Draw is fine, whatever. I'm actually going to take the Pillage. I think if I want a Highway Robbery and this deck is open, I can probably get one. So let's take the Pillage here. Forlorn Flats is not exactly the desert we want, but I also don't want Magebane Lizard. Maybe I'll take Baron Bertram and kind of hedge towards black-white with a Heartless Pillage. But that makes a lot of the cards we have a lot worse here. But this pack is not very good, really, for anybody. I guess Outlaw's Fury isn't horrible, but I don't need to take that over a powerful card here if black-white does end up being open. Let's go ahead and take Baron Bertram. A good amount of black, but it's all bad. Overzealous Muscle, neutralize the guards. I don't like Ferocification necessarily. Not playing Decisive Denial today. No Desert Land to help us splash. I could be like blue-black controls splashing Marchesa. I guess I'll just take the Overzealous Muscle and not be thrilled with it, to be honest. But it is a big creature. Not quite the wheel yet. We do have another seize. I guess Desecrator isn't horrible in like a black-white deck, but there's also Iron Fist Pulverizer, which interestingly isn't an outlaw. I'm going to take the Desecrator. I don't think Red-Black Outlaws wants Iron Fist Pulverizer here, so let's just take the Desecrator here. There is a Discerning Peddler, though. I think that's fine in either red-black or, well, not black-white, because you can't play it there. There's Mourner's Surprise, Silver Deputy. Silver Deputy is a way to splash, but I don't think it's the kind of ways that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and take Discerning Peddler. Surgical Extraction is a big whiff. I guess I'll cut red and take the Pulverizer here. I don't think it's a green day, and I guess Gold Pan could work out, but let's go ahead and take the Pulverizer. I guess I'll Mythic Draft Indomitable Creativity. Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing anything. Well, Vengeful Townsfolk actually could work in black-white, so maybe we can go there. Let's take that. Ooh, Mind Raider. That's a pretty good pickup for Red-Black Outlaws. Mourner's Surprise, also not bad, but let's take the Mind Raider. Quick draw. I said I could play it. And Humiliate for a potential black-white deck. So we got a couple of options here. We get to see which route to go, and boy is there a lot of routes for us here. My goodness, I could take every card in this pack, basically. What is this? No, that's horrible. So we've got Vadmir, which cares about committing crimes, gets counters and gets menace and lifelink, is an outlaw. There's Soured Springs and Conduit Pylons for the splashing Marchesa life. There's Desert Stew, Unfortunate Accident as removal, Vault Plunder as a very good 2-for-1 outlaw here. I think it's got to be Vadmir, but I would love Accident, Desert Stew, Vault Plunder, Soured Springs, or Conduit Pylon, any one of these 5 cards to come back to me, pick 9. And if none of them do, we're in for a rough draft today. So let's take Vadmir, and gonna need to pick up a couple removal spells. Honestly, a Deadeye Duelist would be quite good, I think. It's just a repeated way to trigger crimes. Now we've got Longhorn Sharpshooter, which interestingly is an outlaw. There's also Skewer the Critics, which is a nice way to commit a crime, but so does Sharpshooter. Raven, I think, is a little bit too small ball, even for a deck like this, and Wolverine does not synergize with our outlaw count here. I'm going to take the Sharpshooter. It is an outlaw itself, and it commits crimes. So it does both the things we want to do here. So let's go ahead and take the Sharpshooter. Okay, I said I wanted a Deadeye Duelist, and I think now is the time to pick it up. I think Wolverine is a generically better card, but this synergizes a lot better with what we're doing already. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Deadeye Duelist here. Another spot where I would honestly love to get a Desert Land, but I guess I'll take the Raven. Maybe Outlaw's Fury. Not exactly sure here. It's close. I mean, I really hate how they don't have an outlaw count. Doesn't make any sense in this format, but you never know. Guess I'll take the Raven over the Fury here. I don't think the Fury is super great. Fling, Desecrator, Pyromancers. Not playing any of this. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing Desecrator number 2. There's a Steer Clear, but I think we're pretty much locking in red-black at this point. Now we've got a Thunder Salvo and a Wolverine. I think I'll take the Thunder Salvo. It's another way to commit a crime. If we got some cheap cards, we can also double spell there. Have it deal 3. Let's take Mind Raider here. Would like a couple more. Well, we've actually got what? 3 outlaws that are 2 drops? Not too bad. Let's take Mind Raider. Pick 8. Wow, that's a late Outlaw Stitcher, but not really for today. And honestly, I'm not sure anything is for today. I guess Lackey is an Outlaw, but I don't think Lackey's very good here. Maybe I'll just take Mourner's Surprise as a way to put an Outlaw on the board and get one of our better cards back from the yard here. Let's see what came back. The Soured Springs came back. At least there's that. The other 4 did not. But I definitely am in the market for a Soured Springs, so we'll take that here. Wolverine's the only thing I could consider out of this pack, and we've got basically a deck already here. So we're just going to go into the last pack just looking to upgrade the cards we currently have. I mean, if I could, like, cut cards I don't necessarily want to play here, we would definitely be at a lower... Probably don't even want to play the Raven, and maybe not the Quick Draw. Definitely at a lower count, but we could play some of these things as well. Just like Outlaws Furies. A card we could play. Probably don't want to, but we could. Nothing here. Nothing here. And last pick, Mountain. What can we find in pack 3? Well, Rigu of Many Paths, not for today. There's a Forsaken Miner, which I think could be decent. Treasure Dredger, I haven't been impressed by this card. I think this is a pretty easy Consuming Ashes for us here. Maybe we wheel Mine Raider. Maybe we wheel Rooftop Assassin. Some decent cards in this pack, but Consuming Ashes is by far and away the best for us here. Would love at least one more desert that touches both red and or black that also touches blue here to help us splash Marchesa. I think we got to take another Sharpshooter. I would love to wheel the Discerning Peddler here. The Sharpshooter is, like I mentioned before, it commits a crime and is an outlaw for us, which cares from File Smasher and Hellspur Brute are the Double Mine Raider, I guess, are the 3 cards that care about outlaws that we have right now. Yeah, so we'll take the Sharpshooter here. Okay, another Mine Raider, a Raven. I think I'm going to take the Skullduggery here. It's always nice to have access to one of these in the deck. I don't think we necessarily need a third Mine Raider, but a 1-mana way to commit a crime is going to be pretty good with cards like Marchesa. No desert to help us splash, unfortunately. Not a big fan of Gigapede, and I also just don't think I'm a big fan of Raven necessarily. We're not like building around the Raven entirely. We're much more of kind of an outlaw deck. All right, there's some good stuff here, and I think Unfortunate Accident is the one I'm going to take. 4-mana destroy a creature. 5-mana destroy a creature, make a mercenary. There's also Unscrupulous Contractor and Terminal Agony, both of these I do think I would like to play. There is a Mirage Mesa here, but we don't have a ton of interaction. We've got a bit. We've got a Thunder Salvo, and Consuming Ashes, and a couple of Sharpshooters. I'd like to get at least one more removal spell here. Would like a Mirage Mesa, though. Which one is this? This is the Steel. Yeah, probably not. Desperate Bloodseeker is a way to commit a crime, but do we care about that more than just another Mine Raider? It's not an outlaw itself, so we're just putting this in the deck to commit crimes, and I don't think that's a good enough reason to include it in our deck here. Alright, Discerning Peddler, I do think I'll take the Mirage Mesa this time over the Peddler. If we're getting one pick 6, there's a decent chance the other one can come around for us, pick 9. I don't think I need Muscle or Mourner's Surprise number 2. The Bluffs doesn't help us splash anything except for Baron Bertram, which, I mean, is a decent splash, but, you know, I don't think we necessarily need it. Okay, decent little spot to pick up a Conduit Pylons here. Now we're pretty much freely splashing Marchesa off of a couple deserts. Ooh, wow. Pick 8 Vial Smasher. That's incredible. Alright, well, we are in the right lane for sure. Let's see if Deadeye Duelist, or I mean, Discerning Peddler came back around. It did not, but Forsaken Miner did. I think I'll take a Miner, a 1-drop, over our 4th Mine Raider. So let's take this here. Ooh, wait. Maybe it was pick 2 and not pick 1. Alright, we got the Peddler. I'll take it over Corrupted Conviction here. Do we need a 4th Mine Raider? I don't know. Don't think I need a Buzzard. Don't need a Wingsmith. Probably don't need a Muscle. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this deck build. We're pretty much already there. And I'll see you after deck building. Okay, after deck building, here's where I ended up. We've got a total of 16 creatures, 15 of which are Outlaws here. The Wolverine being the only one that's not. We don't have a ton of ways to commit crimes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently. But we do also have Vial Smasher commits a crime for no additional mana. Deadeye Duelist is a repeatable way to commit crimes here. Sharpshooter is a double way to commit crimes as well. So also Soured Springs too. So we've got a good bit of ways to commit crimes. 3 sources to splash Marchesa, as well as Mine Raider, which is going to make a ton of treasure. I am going to try out Outlaw's Fury in this deck. I haven't tried this or played against it really, but we've got 15 Outlaws. I think it could be pretty good. I don't know. Willing to try it out. We don't have a lot of great things to replace it with. So, gonna give this one a shot. I have high hopes, and I'll see you in game number 1. Okay, we get to start first here, and I'm not sure this deck actually has a worse start than this. We do have a Surveil land. We could potentially bin a creature or something and then get it back with Mourner Surprise on turn 2, plot Wolverine, and then be off to the races a little bit. I don't think it's great, but let's give it a shot here. I don't need a mountain either, so we'll put that one into the yard. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Oh, man. Slip of the finger, unfortunately. Alright, you're going to have to help us out later. Let's go ahead and plot the Wolverine. Yeah, definitely meant to play the mountain there. I just hit the wrong button. It happens. Attacks while saddled. Exile the top card of your library till the next turn you may play that card. Alright. Let's do this. Play a land. Play Vial Smasher. And I guess we can just Thunder Salvo. Do I care that much? Yeah, well... Do I want to play the Peddler here? We can just Thunder Salvo next turn if we want to. Let's play the Peddler. And then discard... Yeah, we can find another land if we need it. I mean, I'm fine trading off, like, the Peddler for the Gila Courser. Even if they want to attack with it while saddled here, they're going to have to play a 1-drop, or a creature, and then also saddle it, attack, and then be able to survive that. If they want to get multiple value off of that. Let's see if they attack with Gila Courser here. Sure. Oh, baby. We dodged a bullet, to say the least. Holy cow. Oh. The end of your next turn. Okay, then we might have just lost the game is what we might have done. I don't think they have another mountain in hand if they top deck one. They have to top deck it. Yeah, this will be interesting. So my only play is going to be next turn, Mourner Surprise the Peddler, play Thunder Salvo. On the Terror of the Peaks. I have to keep my options open for that, because if they play a mountain, then I have to kill the Terror of the Peaks. I didn't even notice this was until the end of your next turn. Okay, they don't have the mountain. Whew, we dodged Terror of the Peaks. Form a posse. Okay. A lot of creatures. Saddle with vigilance. Make another 1/1. Okay. Yeah, they're going wide here. Alright, let's go ahead and start with this. Play the Peddler and then probably Thunder Salvo the Bighorn here. And then I guess I'll trade this for their 2 1/1s. Or not. Alright, what does this rare do? Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness, draw a card. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage, it deals that much plus X. That's a lot of text. See what they want to do here. Skullduggery could really throw a wrench in their plans, although they might have like Steer Clear or something, which could like deal 2 or potentially 4 to something here. Let's see what Skullduggery does. Hopefully it does some work. Okay. So let's do... +1 here and -1 here to try to save our outlaw. And do I want to... Oh no, this is only... I thought this was instant speed, so we're not going to plot this right now. We're just going to trade the Wolverine. Let's see what else they have, though. Yeah, take up the shield. Unfortunate. Probably should have given that -1. But it still would have traded, so... Sure. Sharpshooter not looking great here. I mean, I guess I just play it? Yeah, that was an annoying turn, because now they have a 4/7 that I can't attack past. I can make this 4-powered attack with it, make it 6-powered, but that doesn't do anything, so go ahead. Yeah, looks like they stabilized, unfortunately. What is this? Bring things back to the battlefield, back to the battlefield. Oh, that's nice. Good for you. Yeah, I think we're done at this point, unfortunately, because now they're going to saddle, put a counter on every creature they control, and then things get out of control here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess we get rid of this thing with Outlaws Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that an instant? Yeah, sure. Hopefully they don't have Path to Exile or something. That was a decent little combo draw, but I still just don't know if it's going to be enough here. Prickly Pear. And what else? Oh, perfect. More counters. I mean, do I take 11? I guess this is my only kind of profitable trade, but it's not even that profitable here. Still get to trade with Vadmir. They also have Terror of the Peaks, mind you, that we managed to dodge this game, so this hasn't gone well. Already had my hand on the pass turn button. Pretty sure there was a land off the top there, so obviously don't get to do anything here. And looks like they drew removal, and I don't have profitable blocks at all, so yeah, we just got toasted that game. Alright, here we are in game 2 with the fine hand to start. We've got both of our rares in hand. We've got a turn 3 Marchesa if we want it, and then if we draw any land in like 4 draws, we have a crime to commit on 4, but don't have the mana to pay for that crime, so we'll see. We'll see what to do here. Bloodseeker probably... Oh, no, milling themselves. Black-green milled a murder. Hey, I didn't mess up this time. I actually played the right land. No, I'm good. Vault Plunderer. I don't really like missing land drops here. I don't have a way to commit a crime. Marchesa is a 3/4, but is probably just going to die to whatever they play here. So let's play Mine Raider and get a treasure and offer this trade. I mean, I'll be happy to trade Mine Raider with whatever they want to. It's kind of done its job for us already. Let's see what they want to kill. Let's just trade here. Nothing. All right. All right, let's see what we can find. They've got nothing at all. Let's discard. Gosh, a lot of good things here, but let's discard one of the sharpshooters. Did draw the land. And now I'll do this here. Because next turn we can, if we draw a land, we can sharpshooter and pay, but they don't have a Consuming Ashes in hand. They don't, looks like they don't have much. And unfortunately can't pay the 1 for the sharpshooter, but I think it's the best thing to do here. They are stumbled on their hand and their mana situation and things, so we're just going to kick them while they're down and keep on going. Can't cast Consuming Ashes currently. Still done over there. And yeah, looks like they got a little mana screwed. We take those. I think we still had a pretty good hand here. Even if they had a decent start, we had a nice hand. Alright, we're up again with yet another turn 3 Marchesa if we want it. So we'll keep here. I think I will put Mirage Mesa on black. This is a crime land that would be nice to play on turn 4 after playing Marchesa on 3, but we have to draw a swamp to do that. So I think I'm going to put Mirage Mesa on black to start for that reason. And if we draw... I mean, depends on what we draw on turn 2. I'm probably going to play the crime land on 2 so that I can play something on 3. And then if we untap, we'll have Thunder Salvo as removal plus Marchesa as well, so... Yeah, in this case, I think we just got to do this. And play Marchesa on 3 now. And hope she survives. Yeah, I'm not going to do nothing. Hopefully no counterspell. Okay, they got something. Might be Desert's Dew, but whatever it is, it looks like it can't kill her. Enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control. Okay, sure. Well, the good news is we got removal up, but I'm sure they're going to also have removal now at this point. So I'd rather them just play a creature to start. And then we can get a trigger on that, especially if it's a Thunder Salvoing kind of creature. Yeah, that's a creature I can Thunder Salvo, especially if they go for Visage Bandit on the Slinger here. It will still enter as a 2/2, but I think that's fine. So let's pay 1. Ooh, both of those are so good. Deadeye Duelist is busted, though. With Marchesa, it's a repeated way to commit crimes. Yeah, let's do this. So they have a 2/2. Vile Smasher, Marchesa trigger as well? Alright, we're kind of doing it here. Yeah, I think I gotta take the removal over the creature. Marchesa is going off right now. If they can't answer her this turn, then next turn we basically get to, yeah, this is going to be a busted turn here. So if we pay 4, we can pay for Unfortunate Accident. No, 4, and then also pay Marchesa, but then we can ping, but we can't also pay on their turn. So is there a way we can blow them out here with Skullduggery? Or should I just pay 5 for Unfortunate Accident? And then also pay Marchesa to draw a card as well? That seems okay, so let's do both. Destroy their flyer. Auto pay. Yeah, I'll take the Mine Raider, I think. Oh, this doesn't trigger only once each turn. Whoa, I didn't even realize that. Usually these kind of things are limited to once each turn. But not in this case. It was Desert's Dew they had earlier, and they'll kill the Vile Smasher. I don't think we need the extra value of just holding this back to ping. We can hit him for 5 down to 6 here. We've got a couple tramplers. Got Skullduggery if they go for some sort of damage-based removal, which blue-black isn't going to have, but I mean... Next turn we'll have Outlaws Fury as well, which should just win it. I might have had lethal there some way, honestly. If I had just attacked with this. Now we should have lethal with the Fury here. And there we go. Maybe they were a little bit constrained on mana, but we'll take it. Okay, we start first here. In this hand, if we can draw just a basically non-stop lands, is going to be insane. Yeah, and I'm going to play Pylons on 1 and see if I can try to find a land here. Yeah, I'd rather a land, so... I know this doesn't open up the opportunity. Yeah, I could have played Soured Springs on 1, and then if I had drawn exactly a mountain, played this on turn 2, but we wouldn't have drawn a mountain. We would have drawn Mine Raider, which wouldn't have changed what's going on here. So... I think we just play the Springs because we don't have anything else. I mean, we could hold up Thunder Salvo, but let's just play the Springs here. And now we're playing off curve, which feels not great, but I mean... they got a Vile Smasher as well. Don't want that thing to kill me, so I guess I can play next turn Vile Smasher, Mourner Surprise, the Mine Raider, make a 1/1, ping them. That'll make Brute that much cheaper. Yeah, I think this is going to open up 2 turns from now. A very potent turn if they don't mess with my board. Prickly Pear. That's a card I would have liked in my deck, but couldn't quite find it. So let's do Vile Smasher, Mourner's Surprise, the Mine Raider. And then next turn, we could potentially dump our hand. We might need to draw a mountain for that to happen. But let's see here. So whenever an outlaw they control dies, we get drained. It's not great. Let's do this. Oh, we can dump our hand, except for the Wolverine, obviously. Because we're going to make another one here. And then the Brute's going to cost just 1 mana. Not too bad. With just 1 mountain on the board, we cast 3 red spells there. Alright, the race is on. Holding up Skullduggery here. So we're going to have to play around that. There's really no way to do it, unfortunately. I mean, can attack with just the Hellspur Brute? Is that the best way to play around it? Well, I know I'm doing this, so let's start here. I think I'll plot. And then... oh, no interaction. Okay. So then let's do this. Thought they had Skullduggery. I guess they were opening up the opportunity to play a black 2-drop in their hand by if they top deck the land with the Wolverine here. Currently dead on board, but obviously they have at least something in hand. Okay, it was the Mourner Surprise they were holding up. Let's see if they have a land to play the Wolverine, or... Yeah, they gotta have something else there, which they didn't have. So that is the power of curving out with red-black Outlaws there. Alright, starting on the draw here with a nice little curve. 2, 3, 4, playing against Cowboy Smitty. Perfect name for the set here. Ooh, that could be interesting. We'll see. Hopefully no interaction for Deadeye Duelist. That is a card that I think is very highly valued in my deck. So that thing's got Death Touch. Obviously can't block it. Yeah, I guess I'll play this and see if they want to counter it or kill the Deadeye Duelist so I don't get a treasure. Okay, they did counter it. Not blocking, so here you go. Sharpshooter, not looking great yet. Be good if they played a 2 toughness creature here. Outlaw's Fury just hasn't been good in this deck, unfortunately. Might side it out after this game. Were they hoping they could sacrifice that? I could play Hellspur Brute right now for 4. I just think they're going to kill it. I could plot this and deal 2 damage to their face, but that doesn't seem very mana efficient. I could play a Discerning Peddler and like discard the Outlaw's Fury, but then I can't do anything else this turn. It does potentially mean next turn I could just play a Sharpshooter and a Brute for pretty cheap. Yeah, let's try this. I don't want them to kill the Hellspur Brute. I guess I could actually threaten a double block here by holding it back. And I'm not doing anything with my mana, so I could still just ping on their end step. What's your 5-drop of choice? Marauding Sphinx, eh? Ward 2, so I need 6 mana to kill that? It's a bit annoying. Sharpshooter just has not been getting the job done as far as the two mana version of it, so or the plot version of it. So let's do this and Brute, I suppose. And the next turn we've got Accident for the Sphinx here. I expect Hellspur Brute to die, but I mean, there's nothing I could really do about that. That's a pretty good card. I mean, 5 mana, 3/5, flying, vigilance, ward 2. Whenever you commit a crime, surveil 2. Like, it just does a lot. I do not like that they held up all their mana, though. Do I want to trade Hellspur Brute for Servant of the Stinger here? I can't really do Unfortunate Accident into a Marauding Sphinx with all their mana untapped. Seems like a bad plan. So I guess I'm trading Brute for Stinger here? Or it's just gonna die? Either way. Okay, it does just die either way. Alright, really hope they don't have another Phantom Interference in hand here. Uh-oh. They got something in hand. I don't know what it is. It's another Phantom Interference, isn't it? There it is. Oh, it's Mana Drain. Well, I guess we lost this game. Interesting, Mana Drain only gave them 1 mana on a 4 mana spell because of the spree. So, oh, they didn't even use the mana, so good for us, I guess. It was freaking Mana Drain. Yeah, another counterspell over there? Quit it. I'm tired of your nonsense. Go ahead and counter this one now. You thought about it. There you go. Now you're in hand to go counter it. I hate blue. Does anybody else hate blue? Blue is just so annoying. So annoying to play against. At least it can still resolve, but I mean, they got a bunch of flyers now. I guess they wanted us to not be able to also use Deadeye Duelist or something? I don't know. But this Sphinx is going to be a problem here. Need to find Consuming Ashes or something? Well... I guess we're going to try this then, aren't we? Hey, we did it! 1, 2, 3. I don't think I'm going to do this just yet. Alright, well now we got ourselves a game. We actually found the removal when they didn't have a counterspell there. It's also pretty good. It only triggers once each turn, right? Yep, okay. They don't have anything here. But I don't want to trade Vadmir for the Stinger yet. So let's just pass and then probably Thunder Salvo their 2/2, make this into a 6/6 Menace lifelink. Have they drawn the removal? Well... as long as they committed a crime, this gives +3/+0. Or +2/+0, so we can't attack with any of this stuff. Obviously they have some sort of instant here. And if I use Heartless Pillage now, then they're going to be forced to use it. But I'd like to get the treasure out of it in case I draw Marchesa here. So let's see if they kill Vadmir now. Yeah, looks like they do. If I could find a way to get rid of the stop cold, that's gonna make it's gonna make things pretty good. I can't attack with anything. I'd like to get the treasure, I just can't afford to do it. So no attacks, get rid of your land. And then end the turn here. Alright, the race is on. I think I'm okay trading a Vial Smasher for a Servant here just to push, or just to get this going, because I know they don't have a crime to commit right now, so let's see if they want to trade. Oh. No, okay. Either way. Yeah, that's fine too if you just want to let me push 3 damage. I'll do that too. Alright, you didn't care last time, so let's do the same thing. Ooh. I do like that card. That's going to make things tough here. They do need to draw a way to commit a crime. Okay. This is... we gotta try to push a little bit here, right? Because the intimidation campaign is going to be a problem for us. Sure, so we're trading that off. Gotta draw something here, because as soon as they start drawing ways to commit crimes, they're just gonna, like, chain intimidation campaign into more cards, more crimes, more interaction. It's gonna be a problem for us. There's a crime. That also means this is unblockable now. We are at 7. This drains again. We're at, like, 5, basically. We need some help. We definitely need some help here. That's not help. I think we've drawn 3 lands in a row at this point. Almost. At least 2. So if I attack with both, they block here, they block there. Duelist can't block that in the event that they do draw a way to commit a crime here. Yeah, I think we might have lost this one. Intimidation campaign got him back into it, and we're not top decking well here, unfortunately, so I think we are probably done here. Is there a better way I could have done this? I don't know. The stop cold was the key there. Vadmir would have won it pretty quickly. What crime do you have to commit now? they like tapping down all my things or something. Counting up damage here. Yeah, I have to chump now. Because this is gonna drain me. I'm at 3. Sure, I guess if you'll let me do that. Hopefully no removal. No? Okay. They should have attacked with the Vault Plunder there too, then I would have had to block. But I think this is still just too much for me here. Yeah, too much power. And there's another land. What's new? Yeah, I mean, I can block, and die. So, I mean, 4 lands off the top, and they drew Intimidation Campaign. That's the difference. Alright, we are up first with... I forgot to take Outlaws Fury out of the deck, because it is just horrible. It's not a good card. We'll keep it here, and maybe Thunder Salvo a 2-drop or something. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop, so that we can play Mind Raider, and then go from there, but... yeah, this Outlaw's Fury. Hopefully we draw Discerning Peddler so we can discard this card. That would be nice. Nope. Alright, nothing else to do but cast a 3/2 for 3 here. I don't think there's a way to do all of this, so let's cast... Well... I guess I'll attack first, see what they got. See if they want to counter the Mind Raider here now. I'm assuming they will, and they do. At least they don't get the value of putting a counter on a creature. Alright, looks like our Hellspur Brood is also going to get countered here. Which means we're kind of just down to these 2 creatures and Outlaw's Fury. No? Okay, that's a creature. Throw from the saddle. What a card. Perfect. I'm sure they'll do something to the Mind Raider now. There it goes. Hey, at least Outlaw's Fury got to draw something here. So let's go to damage. Next turn we can use that to kill the... that because it's the end of our next turn. Let's do this, and then Unfortunate Accident can kill something next turn. They have some sort of interaction in there. They keep hovering over all of our creatures here, so they're thinking about doing something. Okay, Lone Shark, land, perfect. We'll do both on this one here. And pass back. Don't have anything else going for us. Yeah, another land. Let's go. Sure, it's not a land, I guess. They have Snakeskin Veil. No, they'll just trade. Alright. They do have something. Okay, there's the something. And no plays. Sure. A bit awkward with no ways to commit crimes here, but I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Probably trade this with Geyser Drake. No, Thunder Thief. And what's the interaction? It was Snakeskin Veil. Something else they have. Skullduggery. Does that do anything? It lets our 3/3 trade for their 5/5, assuming they have nothing. We know they do have something, though, so let's just see what it is. Alright, here's the interaction. Sure, sure. Did I mention at all this draft how I hate blue? Because I do. Whenever I play it, I never have the answers for what they're doing, and whenever they play it, they counter everything I'm doing. Hey, nice draw there. Forgot about that. I didn't even think about holding the swamp. And I could use the mercenary to pump Vadmir, but that was just trade with the Thunder Thief here. I'm 2 pings away from getting this to where I want it to be, but I don't know how we're going to get those 2 pings. We have to rely on the top of our deck. I mean, Vial Smasher is away, but I'm getting beat down a little bit here. I feel like they have better draws than we do in their deck. We are very interruptible here. They are at 6, but like, we have a very precarious board. And there goes Vadmir. And now they can turn things into Vadmir? So what are we doing now? I don't know. Probably top decking more lands. Fortunately can't attack, so let's just do this. Can't get the treasure. I mean, we don't really need the treasure, though. Like, at all. Oh, they had 2 lands. Sure, sure. And, pass. Can't do anything here. I guess we could have attacked with Miner, and if they called our bluff, we could have pillaged, got a treasure, and then got that back. But, I mean... that seemed a little suspect. Are we just gonna die to a stupid Geyser Drake? I mean... like... probably, I guess? Oh, no, now we're just straight up dead. Alright. Great. Great. Another wildly mediocre finish here in Outlaws of Thunder Junction. 3-3. I mean, 2 of our losses, I think we top-decked a combined 8 lands out of 9 of the last turns in those 2 games. Is this a 16-land deck? Possibly. I mean, we've got... these are kind of like 4-drops in a way. This is a garbage card. Maybe this is a 16-land deck, but I don't know. What do you think? 16 lands, 17? Obviously, Outlaws Fury is a card I would love to have cut for... honestly, I would have put this in my deck instead of Outlaws Fury and splashed it off of a Mesa and a Pylons. Like, Fury was just... didn't do what I wanted it to do every single time I drew it. Yeah, another 3-3. That's what we're doing here. If you love 3-3s, 4-3s, 2-3s, you're in the right place. Because we've now drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. And 10 of those times we've ended up 2-3, 3-3, or 4-3. At least we're avoiding some 0-3s and stuff. Did get 1 trophy in the format. So, thanks for tuning in today. And I'll see you tomorrow for yet another 50-50 Outlaws of Thunder Junction Daily Draft.